Hi everyone, how are you? It's been a while, I know. I've been very busy. Very busy. Anyway, since it's a new year, I've decided to do a top whatever favorite books read in 2014. Without further ado, let's get to it. Some of these books I don't have, and let me first check what they are. The first book is The Grey Woman by Elizabeth Gaskell. It's a story of this one woman who marries this seemingly nice gentleman, but he has a very dark secret. And when she finds out about that secret, she decides to flee. I'm not gonna spoil anything else, so let's move on to the other book, which is Treasure Island, I believe. And Treasure Island I just picked up on a whim. And it's Treasure Island. I mean, it's a nice sea adventure. You probably all know what it's about, so I really don't need to elaborate on that. And the last one. What was the last one? Oh, The Alchemist. This third one that I don't have with me, or at all, is The Alchemist. What can I say about that book? I really liked it. I really liked the ambience in it. It's about this boy who follows his dream and, like, people help him. Or something along those lines. Okay, without further ado, let's actually talk about the books that I have with me. And it's a miracle, actually. I finished a series, and it's these two books. I know a lot of people dislike them, but I just can't help but like them. I really like the ambiance in these books. I really like the characters, mostly. Even though there are some grammatical errors and some of the lore in this is... I like them. If you're familiar with the Elder Scrolls games, and if you're like an avid player of these games, maybe you're not gonna like them. I've only played Skyrim, and I love Skyrim. With all its errors and everything. I love it. And I really like these novels. Anyway, the next one is this, which is The Ice Dragon by George R. R. Martin. And it's a children's book. It's a children's book. But it's George R. R. Martin. He has these really nice illustrations, and I just really liked it. And the only reason I picked it up is because it's George R. R. Martin. That's the only reason. Like, anything by George R. R. Martin, I'll probably read. And that's fantasy related. Okay, next book is The Stranger. It's been a really good read. Like, it's a really amazing book. I really like it. I already talked about it in one of my other videos, so check it out. I really, really like this one. Can't be a year without Vonnegut. And Sirens of Titan is definitely one of his better works. And it's amazing. Like all of his, well, most of his other work. It's about the human will and love and hate and everything in between and the world, and read it. You'll understand. Next book is a fairly lengthy one, and I read it for college, and it's The Inferno, part of the Divine Comedy that I'm actually reading finally. I know. It's about hell. That's all really that you need to know. It's about hell. And moving on to my fantasy sections, I have section. I have The Children of Hurin. I really loved The Children of Hurin. I mean, I really liked The Silmarillion, but The Children of Hurin is definitely one of my favorites by Tolkien. It tells the story of Hurin, who is one of Tolkien's characters, and read it if you want to know more. It's depressing as hell. It's really depressing. That's all I have to say about it, really. It's depressing. You'll probably cry a lot. Next is The Last Wish. Oh. Speaking of The Last Wish, yeah, this is The Last Wish. What was I gonna say? It's one of the few short story collections on The Witcher. You know, the Witcher games are really popular, I guess. Sort of. Third one's coming out. Yay. Another one I forgot is The Sword of Destiny, which I don't have and is not published. I've read that too, and I've really liked it. I liked The Last Wish a lot more. You know what I was gonna say. Shut up. Anyway, next is The Silmarillion, which is another one of Tolkien's books. It's the lore book for Tolkien. You know, it tells everything before the First Age, I think. If I'm not mistaken, I'm probably mistaken, I don't know. Wow. It's been a very good read, and I'll need to reread this because confusion, mostly. Okay, another one that's really lengthy, and I had to read for college, and this is not the version I originally have, but this is the complete version of it. Jesus, cover the titty. It's in Decameron by Boccaccio, Giovanni Boccaccio. It's for my world literature class, and I read another version of it that had 21 novels, and I really wanted to have the whole thing, and I've read the old one, which is just 21, as I said. But this is basically, how can I explain it, really? A little historical background is that these 7 women and 3 men got together in the time of the plague and like moved to the country, and because they were fucking bored as hell and everyone was shit and everything was shit, they started telling stories, and these are the stories of, I guess, lust and sex and drugs and rock and roll, basically. Yeah, I wanted to read it for some reason. Something different. Something different that I'm not yet done with all of it. I'm like almost halfway through it. The happy reading, I guess. And finally, one of my favorite books that I've read of 2014 is Beowulf. Beowulf. I really like this cover. I really like this cover. I don't know. It like, it feels like, yeah. So guys, I love that. But yeah, Beowulf is amazing. So that's all. Thanks for watching. I know I haven't been on a lot, but I was busy. Hopefully I'll make more videos. Hopefully. See ya!